Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Monday, the 14th of March. A lot of people off this week with spring break, but a lot of people are not. So we've got some pretty active weather to start the week, but after today, things look pretty quiet. Now, let's check some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, coming from Haleyville up in Winston County. Clear morning, pretty mild. Many folks are in the 50s with an approaching storm system. Down the road, there's a look at downtown Fayette. And from Birmingham, looking north from the top of the Daniel Building. Pretty decent looking little shortwave coming here. I mean, hey, this is mid-March, tornado season, anything like that. You have to watch carefully for signs of severe weather, and we'll do that here as we take a closer look. It is pretty mild out there this morning. Look at all the 50s on the map. 55 for Haleyville, Birmingham, Alabaster, and Tuscaloosa. Cool spots off to the east, Gadsden and Alexander City at 46 degrees. And around the nation, you can pretty much pick out a cold front over southern Missouri and Oklahoma. South of that front, it's mild down here with readings in the 50s and 60s. North of that front, fairly cool with lows in the 20s and 30s. And the upper winds will keep the bulk of the cold air north of us. We might cool down a little. In fact, we will cool down a little bit tomorrow, but the rest of the week looks pretty mild, if not warm. All right, convective outlook. There is a slight risk, the standard risk of severe weather through tonight for parts of southeast Louisiana, central and south Mississippi. Alabama is not involved in that risk. We'll see if they pull it eastward on the mid-morning outlook. Check the QPF chart. This is the expected rain for the next 5 days, valid through Friday evening at 7 o'clock, back on daylight saving time now. So OZ is 7 p.m. local time. About an inch of rain expected with this thing tonight, later today and tonight. But again, after today, things look pretty quiet with dry conditions. Take a look at modeling. This is at noon today, coming off the OZGFS. There's your trough. And again, that's pretty good-looking little shortwave. And inevitably, somebody will see some storms if there's sufficient instability across the Deep South. There's a look at the surface look at midday today. Still, most of the active weather is off to the west. Memphis, Little Rock, and places like that. The one thing that's missing is a deep surface low. There just isn't one. So the helicity will probably not be all that impressive. We'll go to tonight at midnight. And again, the surface low is only 1,016 millibars, so that would possibly prevent any serious tornado threat. We'll look at the higher resolution RPM at midnight. Right, I'm sorry, this is 10 o'clock tonight. And let me tell you what now, that's kind of a cellular look instead of a forced squall line. That's suggesting that there might be storms kind of in the cellular mode, which would bear watching if we had a lot of helicity, which we don't. But there's no doubt there might be some strong storms and maybe some severe storms there. What do you do when it comes to thunderstorms? Expect the unexpected. So we'll be watching for any sign of that tonight. We'll check the instability at the same hour off the RPM. This is 10 o'clock, and there's almost 1,000 joules poking up through here. So certainly that would support strong to severe storms. So in terms of timing, we'd say the main chance of any severe weather, 6 until midnight, mainly west of I-65. They should weaken as they move east into more stable air. So we'll keep an eye on things tonight. All right, tomorrow, the core of the shortwave is north of us, pretty cold air aloft, and we'll check the surface look. The main batch of showers by midday is off to the east. Underneath that cold core up there, there could be some instability showers tomorrow afternoon for places like Huntsville and Nashville. We're not going to mention it for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston. We'll mention showers ending early in the day, then becoming partly sunny. But again, over extreme north Alabama, there could be a few afternoon showers, and you get up toward Nashville and Louisville underneath the cold core, there might even be some showers with small hail up there. And again, temperatures tomorrow should be cooler than those of today. We're expecting highs up in the Mid-70s today, but tomorrow the high will drop to 60, so noticeably cooler. All right, then on Wednesday we start to warm up again. The GFS is showing 68. And let me say, on Wednesday there's a huge discrepancy between the GFS and the NAM. The NAM has a high of only 58 on Wednesday. We'll side more with the GFS, which makes more sense with these thickness values, with upper 60s. Thursday will be noticeably warmer with mid-70s. And Friday, we could be flirting with 80. Again, highs well up in the 70s there, moisture well to the north. What about the weekend ahead? There's a look at Saturday. Again, pretty warm, partly sunny. See a few green specks on there. We'll leave it dry. And Sunday, the same thing. A dry, warm day. And readings over the weekend could be very close to 80. And Monday, there's the deal aloft. You can see ridging coming in from the Gulf. That's the reason for the warm conditions and the lack of rain. It's got the storm track shunted north of here. Pretty good looking short wave back in the southwest. And again, that's warm and dry a week from today. Go up there toward the end of the forecast on the 25th. Boy, look at that trough to the west. Goodness, that's a 976 millibar low over the high plains. And that sure looks like a severe weather deal to the north and west of here. And on the 26th, that surface low fills and moves over to Wisconsin with the thunderstorms coming in through here. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then the end of the forecast on the 29th, a northwest flow aloft, and that looks dry and no sign of any really cold air. Now, the average date of we mentioned this a million times here, but the deal is the average date of the last freeze, March 24th. We have had a freeze as late as April 24th. We all know many times. In fact, I'd say it's almost expected to have frost or a freeze that first week of April. So, again, I'm warning you, even though we don't see any really cold air for the next 15 days, just hang on. We'll check the North Atlantic Oscillation. We do note that thing tries to go negative out there in about 10 to 15 days, and again, when that goes negative, that tends to favor an eastern U.S. trough, and that in turn can favor some cold air getting down in here, so we'll see. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today, and if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.